Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a drugstore makeup look. It's very affordable. It's kind of like a bronzy, shimmery kind of look. A lot of bronzer and highlighter, as you can see. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, please keep watching. So I haven't really found a drugstore eye primer that I'm in love with. So typically what I do is just take my concealer and put it on my eyelids, and then I'll just take any powder and just set that concealer so there's no creasing, and so I have a nice even canvas to work with when I start doing my eyeshadow. So now that our eyelids are all primed and ready to go, I'm going to be using the 26 color neutral eyeshadow and blush palette by BH Cosmetics. Honestly, I'm not sure what kind of eye look I want to go for today, so I'm just gonna peek at the eyeshadow palette and then just kind of see what colors I gravitate towards. So for my first color, for my transition color, I'm just going to take this color right here, peachy kind of color. I'm just going to put that in my crease. Sorry if I look this way. My mirror's just over there so I could see what I'm doing. So the next color I'm going to go into from the palette is, I'm going to go with this color right here. I'm going to put it above, a little bit above the crease. Just blending in a little bit with the color we just put in the crease. And I'm just going to take that brush that we used to apply the first color, and I'm just going to blend. I didn't put any more product on the brush. I just want to blend so there's no harsh line, so everything looks nice and seamless. So I'm thinking for the lid I kind of want to do something a little shimmery. So I really want to dig into this color right here. So I'm just going to take this flat brush from It Cosmetics. I think I'm going to give it a little spray. It's kind of like I feel like it's not picking up really on camera, but it's kind of like it's like a coppery, like a copper rose gold. It has like chunks of glitter in it. This definitely isn't a color I typically go for, but I'm really digging it. Then I'm going to go back in with the brush I used to apply that like taupey gray color. I'm just going to once again blend. I feel like I've had this eyeshadow palette for a while and I honestly don't think I've ever used it, but really liking it. Definitely a thumbs up. This is definitely one of my favorite eyeliners, not just drugstore, just anyone that I've used. I feel like this is very easy to use. It's not messy and I don't find that it transfers very easily, so it's definitely one of my favorites. Now, I don't know how to do a wing liner. I've tried many times, but I can't seem to get it down pat. But I definitely want to keep trying. I definitely am a firm believer that practice makes perfect, so I am going to keep trying. I always thought that since I couldn't do a wing liner, I shouldn't have a YouTube channel, that I don't know the basics of doing makeup, but I will learn. I just don't do looks with a wing liner. I think a lot of looks look better when there is a wing liner, but I promise I will try. I will figure it out. So I just lined my upper lash line with some eyeliner, and for mascara I'm going to be using the Voluminous Carbon Black by L'Oreal. Does anybody apply mascara without having their mouth open? I feel like I don't even realize I'm doing it, it just happens. So now that the eyes are done, I'm going to move on to the face. I feel like I didn't really have many drugstore primers to choose from because I was so obsessed with the Too Faced Hangover X primer for a while, and then I got hooked on that coconut smoothie primer from First Aid Beauty. And I'm very much a person that if I find a product that I really like, I use it religiously over and over and over again, and then I seem to forget about the other stuff that I have. But today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Prime primer. It's the Blur and Redness Control. One of my other favorite drugstore primers is the L'Oreal of mine. I'm all out, unfortunately. I have to get another one, especially since the summer's coming, but definitely a favorite. So I'm just going this. Honestly, I don't even know if this really helps with my redness or not, but I do really like the feel of it, and I do really like the formula. Anything that tells me it's going to blur my pores, I mean, who wouldn't love that? For foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me. I use the Dewy and Smooth for the normal to dry skin, and I'm in the shade 120. This is probably my holy grail foundation. I love it so much. I use it almost every day that I'm wearing makeup. I don't know what it is about it. I love how it goes on. I love the finish. It never makes my skin feel drying. I never have any issues with this. I don't find that it breaks up or anything like that. The only thing I don't like is that it doesn't come with a pump, but I can look past it because I love it so much. And to blend it in, I'm just going to use my beauty blender. It just feels so nice on the skin. It's not heavy or anything like that, and it's not a full coverage foundation, but it definitely covers what I want it to cover. So excuse if my hair looks weird. I'm in the process of lightening it for the summer, and I unfortunately have very dark hair, so I have to go through that weird brassy orange stage in order to get my hair lighter, since I don't want to put too much bleach on it at once, because I definitely do not need my hair falling. So moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. I'm in the shade light medium, I believe. I'm just going to put it under my eyes. I'm also going to be putting under my eyes the Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer from Maybelline. This is the shade Radiant. I find it a little more difficult to be nice and highlighted and bright sometimes when you're on the fair side, because there aren't many super light shades for concealers. There's usually just light, and sometimes it's too close to my actual foundation color, so it doesn't give me that extra brightness that I want. It's taking a very long time. There we go. Just gonna blend it in. Perfect. So now we're going to set the concealer. So to set my concealer, I'm going to use the NYX HD finishing powder. It's in the shade Banana. Now, I don't really own a lot of powders. Typically I don't, this is probably bad, but I don't usually set my foundation or anything, just because I find that I haven't really found a powder that doesn't make me feel dry. And for bronzer, I'm going to be using the NYX matte bronzer. Mine's in the shade Medium. Might be a little dark for me, but I'll make it work. I look very pale on camera. I promise I'm not this pale in person. So I'm just going to bronze the perimeter. My face, I don't think I'm going to contour today at all, just because I might load on the bronzer, so there'll be no need for us to contour at all. I feel like I haven't dug in my makeup drawers for a while, so I thought to do this video was kind of nice to see the makeup that I have that I don't seem to use. Like I said in my last video, this Sephora haul, I have way too much makeup that I don't use, because when I find one thing that I like, I just stick to it and then I forget about everything else. So now that we're all bronzed up, I also found this Rimmel London Sun Shimmer 3-in-1 shimmering bronzer that looks brand new, like I haven't touched it, so I thought I would also just add a little bit of this, since I wanted kind of a shimmery, bronzy summer look, might as well. So I'm just swirling all 3 colors. I can't wait till I actually get a real camera and I can stop filming on my phone. It does a good job for now, but I feel like it doesn't pick up things as well. So I'm excited to get a camera, a real camera, but they're not cheap, so I'm trying to save for one at the moment. And I'm just going to take this brush and I'm going to dip back into this bronzer and tap it off. I just want to contour my nose a bit. Alright, so for blush, I'm going to use Luminoso by Milani. This is probably one of my all-time favorite blushes. It's a perfect summertime blush. It gives you a nice glow. There is some shimmer in it. It's just super peachy. There it is right there. I put too much on. It looks a little cray, but I promise it doesn't look like that when it's on. Take my blush brush and just pop it on the apple of the cheek. I'm just going to, with this brush, I'm just going to blend this all together. We don't want to look streaky. Now I feel like it looks like I'm wearing a lot of blush, but I promise I'm not. In my mirror it looks normal. So next we're going to add some highlighter. I found this one in my drawer. It's Wet n Wild. It's from the Fergie collection, which I don't even know how old this is. But it actually is very, very nice. It's very pigmented. Right there. There's other swatches on my arm. Normal. Just gonna take my brush. Just pop it on there. It actually is really nice. Put down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow. I'm just going to take some, pop it on my brow bone. Sometimes I just like to take it, so just pop it in the corner. Just makes your eyes pop a little bit more. Just look a little more open and bright. Now normally I'm not one to do anything on my lower lash line because I get kind of messy and I get stuff everywhere, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to just go with the flow. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to go back into that palette. I'm going to just take this angled brush here. I think I'm going to go into that glitter that we put on the lid, because why not? I get very watery eyes, so sometimes when I try to put stuff on the bottom or my upper lash line, my eyes get watery and it just is a hot mess. Makeup everywhere. It's not a good time. Now that that's done, I think our last step is lipstick. Now I'm obsessed with NYX lip liners. I seem to buy them all the time. I buy duplicates of colors that I already have because I don't know that I have them because I have way too many. I actually have a full drawer. I have one of those acrylic makeup organizers, and there's one full drawer. It's full of my lip liners, but they're basically just NYX lip liners because I think they're the best ones. They're super affordable, super creamy. I love them. So of course, I'm going to be using the NYX lip liner in, this one's pale pink. I'm going to take my lip liner, which needs to be sharpened. And I think for lipstick, I'm going to be using the Maybelline. I don't know what collection it's from, but it's Almond Rose. It looks like this. And of course, I cannot forget setting spray. I'm going to use the NYX Dewy Finish. Of course, dewy. So we'll just, I haven't used that in a while. Whew. Wow, that felt like a jet stream, not just a spritz.